Said favorite restaurant in Tokyo. Thank you for that. I appreciate someone telling me what someone in my chat said. Favorite restaurant in Tokyo. Dude, I mean, I've got a fuck ton. There are some restaurants I don't share because I go to them so often and I don't want it to be like just I turn up every time and it's a fan meetup. But there's some that I go to occasionally that I'm super chill. Like I would never go to like I would never give out like a restaurant that I would go to like literally all the time, just because I'd be worried that then I guess I'll also be scared if the owner is like, why is there like a ton of foreign people showing up now? Gatekeeper? Not gatekeeping, chat. Not gatekeeping, bro. It's just let me have my spots, chat. You know what I mean? Let me have my spots. But one place I really recommend you go to, if you like beer, chat, and you want to try like a really swanky, cool place, there's a place called Spring Valley Brewery. And they have a giant craft beer place. It's so fucking cool and it's very nice. And if you just go around that area, there's a ton of restaurants and stuff. I go to that area quite a lot. That area's really nice. Also just don't go to, I mean, I love drinking in Shinjuku and hanging out in Shinjuku, but if you want to like go to a place that isn't like where like a bunch of locals will go to, or like foreign people who live here, like Ebisu is really good, very underrated, and like obviously Nakameguro everyone knows, and Meguro area in general. Just go a little below Shibuya and you'll have a great time. You want food, not beer? Listen, there's no such thing as food. Beer is the food. But there's a chain of tonkatsu restaurants that I go to quite a lot. If I want tonkatsu, it's called Maisen, and they have a few around. There's like one in Aoyama, there's one in Shibuya. If you want like what I would say is like the best katsu that you'll get at like a chain, because like you can get some better ones, but they're like, you'd have to go to like some other places. But if you want like a really fucking banger katsu, go to Maisen. M-A-I-S-E-N. M-A-I-S-E-N. There's a bunch of them around Tokyo. It's so fucking good. I would recommend booking. Chat, if you pretty much have to book everything in Japan nowadays. It's gotten so busy now with a lot of tourists, and also just Japanese people want to go out more now because COVID's kind of over in the Japanese mindset. So, especially on Saturdays and Friday, if you don't have to book to get in the restaurant on a Friday or a Saturday in central Tokyo, it's probably not a good restaurant. But you can just book like the morning off. A lot of these restaurants you're able to book online. There's like you just go to the Google thing and you just click book a table and it'll pop up with some Japanese stuff. Just turn on Google Translate. You can do it. It's super easy. I would highly, 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 highly recommend booking on Saturdays and Fridays in Tokyo. And if you have a group of 4 or more, always book. If you can get into the restaurant with a group that is bigger than 4 on any given day, it is probably an ass restaurant.
Gaslight. Gatekeep. Girl boss.
I am gatekeeping. I always tell the streamers this. Any streamer that comes to Japan or any YouTuber, and they come and talk to me and they're like, man, I'm coming to Japan. We want to go here. Can we hang out? I'm like, okay, sure. How big's the group? And they're like 7. I'm like, I'm not hanging out with 7 people in Tokyo. I'm not doing it. I'm like, because I'm gonna have to book everything. We're not gonna give it, especially fucking Hassan, bro. Hassan gives me like 1 day notice. I'm like, Hassan, if you want to get into shit on a Friday with 8 people, you give me 1 day notice. We can't get in any restaurant that is remotely good. Are you kidding me? We're done. If you want a good restaurant for 8 people in Tokyo, you got to give me 4 days notice at least. I always give Hassan shit for that. I always tell people this. If you come to Japan and you want to be in Tokyo and you want to go out and eat a bunch and you want to have a good time, 100% split up. If there's 8 of you all coming, all do your own thing, occasionally meet up, book a nice restaurant for all of you. You know, eating out in Japan is very affordable. For the love of God, don't fucking eat konbini food every day. It's such a waste. you'll pay like 200 yen extra more for a meal that you can get in like a ramen place or some other cheap places. You don't need to eat the konbini food. Please don't. I made that mistake when I first came to Japan, and it's such a waste because the best thing that Japan has to offer is the food, in my opinion. So you know, there's so much good stuff. If you want to also, some restaurants only accept reservation by phone, which does suck. But if you learn the script, you can probably do it. It's not that hard to book via the phone if you know a little bit of Japanese. So it's, you know, you can kind of get around. So yeah, if you ever come with a group of like 6 or more, 6 is manageable, but you will still need to book pretty much everything. If you want to try traditional Japanese hot pots, there's a chain called Nabezo. There's a ton of them all around Tokyo. I always take people there. If a streamer or YouTuber ever rocks up with 8 people and I need a restaurant the day of, I always take them to Nabezo. It's like Nabezo, so Nabezo. You can type it up. It does pretty fucking good quality Japanese hot pot. You can get 2 sides, so people who don't want to try the raw egg shit can just get like kimchi broth. And then you can get all you can eat and all you can drink. It's so fucking good. I know people in Japan who love it. Japanese people rate it too. It's a really good restaurant chain. And they have a lot of English stuff too. So, very easy option. How's the vegan situation in Japan? It's okay. You'll bet, like, we had a friend who came the other day who had celiac disease, and I would say that was 500 times harder than being vegan in Japan. Because literally everything has fucking gluten in it. Everything. Everything in Japan has gluten in it. I didn't know this until I tried to find a restaurant, and I was like, sushi. And they were like, oh, soy sauce. It's not gluten-free. Miso. Oh, some misos aren't gluten-free. You don't know. And if you try and ask, you call them up, they'll be like, no, I don't know. You have celiac? Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's fucking impossible. It's like Doom levels of nightmare difficulty to have gluten-free options in Japan. It is possible. There are places that do it. It'll just be very hard. I think there's some YouTubers who are gluten who worry more about it. I obviously don't think about it. But vegan stuff is great. I go to some vegan restaurants just because I like the food. I don't give a shit that it's vegan. But some of them have absolutely banging food. There's this chain of cafes. Not chain, I think there's like 3 locations. Or it's like 4. Yeah, 4 or 3 locations. Called Einsof. Ainsoph. They're around like the popular areas. And my god, dude, they do a mean pasta. That pasta is like, I think it's gluten and vegan, and it's god tier. And they have a god tier vegan tiramisu. I rate it.